So I was just talking with one of our members, and he's in a dilemma because he's a real estate agent and he has a website that a sell certificate's not working, which then is doing his spam score when it comes to his local SEO, voice search networks, and all the different stuff that's inside of there. And the whole topic of, is it worth having IDX hookup and having MLS access onto a website? Or do you just need a business card website for being able to market yourself as a realtor? Well, when you're inside the real estate market, I think a lot of people are missing out on the boat. So if we rewind, we go back into 2008, 2009. I was teaching, I was teaching real estate agents and brokers and all kinds of different stuff of how to be able to take their MLS, put it onto their website because that was a hot thing. And then we could tie it into social media and you could do all these things. But I think we're in a different world. I think that if somebody wants to search for a property, they're going to go to Zillow, they're going to go to realtor.com. They're going to use things that have the apps that someone has spent millions of dollars into. So when we look at a website for a real estate agent, I think they're almost better having a blog, having a business card website, and making it about them and telling the story because really you're not selling property as a real estate agent. You are, but you're selling yourself. So if nobody knows you, nobody knows your story, nobody knows what's behind you, nobody knows exactly any of those details, are they really going to buy from you? You have to be able to have those pieces in place to be able to really be able to grow your real estate business. When someone hires a real estate agent, they're not just hiring to go look at one property usually, they're hiring them to be able to solve a problem. So you have to be able to bring your story into it. It's about you. It's about you and what you can do for them. It's about your experience, what you bring to the table. It's not about the properties you sell because their neighbor, their cousin, their whatever has access to the same database as you do for the MLS. So, in my opinion, no, you do not need to have your entire MLS directory inside of your website. I think it's a thing of the past. And now this may change and go through. And I mean, it has its use cases. It has some that, I mean, that's what they do. The industry's been there, but nobody is talking about themselves. Nobody's talking about the problems they solve in most cases. Most of them are talking about the properties. Look at all the properties we have. Look at all this. Not, hey, I sold this many properties. I did this. I did this. I did this. I did this. And this is what I can do for you. I can negotiate the best deal. This is what I'm good at. This is my experience. This is what I bring to the table. I think that's a big missing boat when it comes to the real estate market. So if I was going to build a website for a real estate agent today, I would say, hey, let's go through, hey, let's tell your story. Let's break it down. Let's put it into a way it's going to be able to do that. Because then we could take that and we could take that same information, turn it into local SEO, and turn it into over social media. And then I mean, you can bring your properties into your social media because you want to advertise your listings. You want to be able to do that. If you have a listing, you want to be able to put that on your website. You want to put that on your social media because that's what you're doing. You're trying to put it out there and be able to do those connections. But one of those big things is I don't think you need to have access to a whole IDX or MLS directly right inside of your website. I think it's a thing of the past, and I think you'd be better off telling your story, talking about what you could solve, how you could solve it, and what you can do for that client to be able to bring them in and to be able to work with you. Get a lot more inside of voice search by having the right schema inside of that website, by setting up the right FZO structures, by making sure that you are putting everything in place so that way you're being found on voice search, so you're being found on social media, so you're being found on local search, and everywhere that your customers possibly could be looking for you. So that's my opinion on this. I'd love to hear anybody. So leave it in the comments if you have any ideas or you see any use cases that you would still use the MLS and you think you need to control that on your website. I want to hear them and I want to hear what your opinions are. Thanks for watching.